All right, here's a good question. They ask you to solve this right triangle. So, like all of them, A, B, C, and then I need to know the angles. So they say A is 19.5, C is 27.2, but the only angle I know is the angle C, which is a 90-degree angle. So I need to find out angles A and B and side B. Well, I could find out side B using Pythagoras. So C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Um, so 27.2 squared is equal to 19.5 squared plus B squared, and you continue on doing that. But that only gives you the other side, doesn't give you any of the angles. So to get the angles, I need to use Pythagoras trig. So A, I don't know this angle. Why don't we try and find out what angle A is? So if that's the angle in question, this side over here is the opposite side. This side is the adjacent side. This side is the hypotenuse. So they gave us A, which is 19.5, and they gave us C, which is 27.2. So let me do my SOHCAHTOA here. SOHCAHTOA. So I have an opposite side and a hypotenuse. So over here, opposite and hypotenuse is a sine ratio. So I can use the sine ratio to figure that out. And I do that because I know this and I know this, I don't know that. So just like any other equation, if I know two of the three things, I can solve. All right, so let's plug in the stuff that we know. Opposite side is 19.5, hypotenuse side is 27.2. So if I'm wanting to find theta, I have to get rid of sine, so I do the arc sine. So theta will be equal to the arc sine of 19.5 over 27.2. Let me get my calculator and figure that out. All right, calculator right there. So I have to go 19.5, or the arc sine of 19.5 divide 27.2. And what does that come out to? 45.8. So theta equals 45.8 degrees. So that's what angle A is. And I guess I could have put an A in there for theta. The sine of angle A is 45.8 degrees. Then to figure out the other, this will be 44.2, just subtracting it from 180. So all three of these have to add up to 180. And then if I wanted to, like to find that B side, I could have used trig as well. So that's the adjacent side. Now that I know what one of the angles are, I can use a ratio to figure that out. So if this is the adjacent side and say I want to use that hypotenuse, that would be cosine. So I could have gone cos of an angle is adjacent over hypotenuse. So the cos of an angle, the angle I now know is 45.8, is equal to the adjacent side, I don't know, but the hypotenuse I know is 27.2. So then I would just have to take 27.2, multiply it by the cos of 45.8, and that'll give me side A. No. That side, yeah, I called it A, but I should have called it B. So it's the adjacent side, and the adjacent side is actually called B. That gets confusing. So B is equal to, and I would solve it. All right, hopefully that helps.